Well, I'm not a small ranch worker, and it fits me to a T. I'm a small ranch worker, and it fits me to a T. If you want some family conversation, come on and smoke a bowl with me. Take a tour with me now, down the Santa Susana Pass. I got lots of family knowledge, and I'm stoned off my ass. I'm a small ranch worker, and it fits me to a T. If you want some family conversation, come on and smoke the bowl with me. Stoner Van Houten.
Hey everyone, this is Stoner Van Houten here. It is September 22nd, 2017. Let me get into place here. September 22nd, 2017. And today I'm going to be talking about the commercialism of the Manson family. Manson family, Manson family. Who's that family that they'll say will kill you in your sleep? M-A-N-S-O-N, Manson family. Who's that little cult leader they all say is a creep? M-A-N-S-O-N, Manson family. Hey, so what I'm going to teach you today is how the media, not me, and not people like me, because this has been going on a lot longer than me. I'm only 47 years old. I was born in 1970. I was actually born after the murders were committed. The commercialism of Charles Manson, the popularism of Charles Manson, was created back in the 60s, long before we had the internet, people, long before we had fucking these phones that we have now, these apps, these devices, social media, Instagram, Snapchat, all this stuff, Twitter, everything. It was happening well before that stuff was even fucking created. So when you see people like me, and you see all this, and you think what I'm doing, am I commercializing? Hey man, I'm a walking billboard. I'm going to answer that question right now. Am I commercializing the Manson family? Yes, I am. Now, yes. So we got that out the way. Yes, I'm commercializing. Now let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about that for 1 second. I'm not going to deny it. Sure, I wear the shirts and everything. I've never bought a Manson shirt. I've gotten all these shirts and everything sent to me by fans. And people who could just make stuff. Remember, a lot of these shirts and stuff that you see me wearing videos aren't real shirts. They're actually, I have friends that work in print shops. You know, I know people from all over the country, all over the world. Some of them work, a lot of them work in print shops, and they can make t-shirts. They want me to make you a shirt, this and that, or I made you a shirt. You know, they want to just send gifts. I don't deny gifts from people. People send me gifts all the time. I'm telling you right now, I've never bought a Manson shirt. All these shirts, even the shirt that I'm wearing now, this is a Stoner Van Houten shirt. These were all sent to me by people who just enjoy my YouTube channel. And I'm not bullshitting. Same thing with the patches and these gloves. A lot of the stuff that you see here actually is not real merchandise that you can buy. It's just people who know how to do this. I have a friend who knows how to make action figures, so she happened to make me a Manson action figure. I have a friend who works in a patch shop, so he made some patches up, and the same thing with this patch, the Spawn Ranch patch. These aren't, you can't buy these things. I mean, as far as buying them like off Amazon and the store and stuff like that, if I had an extra one or somebody had an extra one here or whatever and they sold you one, okay, whatever. But no, these aren't like regular places where you can go. Now, we're going to get it. Believe me, we're going to get into that. We're going to definitely get into the merchandising, the commercializing, and all that stuff. So let's talk about a couple things. What is commercializing and what does it do? What is that? What is that? You know who Mickey Mouse is? You know who Mickey Mouse is? Walt Disney. Regardless if you hate Mickey Mouse, I hate Disneyland. Fuck that. I mean, like Disneyland, like you want to come out here to California, go to Anaheim, California, you want to go to Disneyland, well, fuck that. I'm not going to go to that place. That place to me is hell. See, everybody has their own vision of hell. To me, Disneyland is hell, but everybody knows who Mickey Mouse is. Hey, everybody knows who Ronald McDonald is, but honestly, man, I think fucking McDonald's is fucking pure hell and probably will try to manipulate your children more ever than Charles Manson would ever do, honestly. And I know that sounds stupid, but trust me, I think so. So you know who Mickey Mouse is, and you know who Ronald McDonald is. They're main figures. Whether or not you support them, go there, whatever, it doesn't matter. You know the name. You know the name regardless if you support what they do. I don't give a fuck if you don't like McDonald's. That's actually pure poison. You want to feed your kids pure fucking poison, take them to fucking McDonald's. But don't tell me you don't know who McDonald's is. Don't tell me you don't know who Ronald McDonald is, Mickey Mouse, Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, Charles Manson. Charles Manson. Yes, he's right up there. He's right up there with the people that I just fucking named. Mickey Mouse, Ronald McDonald, Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, Charles Manson. The world knows who these people are, these figures are, because of not only before the internet, because of their great promotion and everything, but also because of the media. See, it's the media. Look, and I know a lot of you, especially a lot of you people that are watching that are much older. People here that are 50 and over. I mean, even older than 50, at least 50 and over. You knew back then, growing up as a kid, don't fucking trust the TV. Don't trust TV. Don't fucking trust what you see on TV. Don't believe what you see on TV. That was the way we grew up. I don't know, man. You got to question TV. You're right. Because they were throwing a lot of shit at you and you weren't really sure what it was, and I don't know. You try and tell me this is good for me, this is it, this is what I want to do, this is the products I should use, this is cigarettes I should smoke, this is the beer I should drink, this is the food I should eat, this is what I should do, yada yada yada, yada yada yada, yada yada yada, and they shove stuff down your throat. Now the news, back in the day, remember the day back with Walter Cronkite, and he had the cigarette and he's sitting there at CBS News and he wants to bring you some news. Look, he looks badass when he's sitting there with the fucking cigarette, CBS News, black and white, and he's right there, Walter Cronkite. Now, the news better be just as fucking as intense as the way that motherfucker looks when he's sitting there delivering the news. And I'm not bullshitting. And that to me was cool, man. That's the way the news was. They would never do that. They don't do the news like that now. You can't sit there, smoke a cigarette and say, tonight's news we have the Manson family murders, blah, blah. You can't do that. But back then it had mystique to it. The media knew what they were doing. There was something about that. You paid attention to Walter Cronkite. He's sitting there telling you about these murders, Cielo Drive, Benedict Canyon. He's got the cigarette. He's got the piece of paper. He's reading it to you. You believe him. He's an old man. Oh, we got to believe him. See, they knew how to feed it to you. And the media has been doing this for so long. That's just the way it is. The commercialism with the Manson family, honestly, it's gotten so out of proportion now. Even I find it ridiculous. I actually do find it ridiculous. I mean, it's out of control. And as far as like, does anyone get money and all that stuff? Stop all that stuff. I get a lot of those emails. Oh, why doesn't Manson get any money? Manson's not going to get any money. No one. And first of all, why is it always about Manson getting the money? There was other members of the Manson family that are locked up that we're all grabbing onto the coattails with, right? It wasn't just Manson. So everyone's like, oh, why doesn't Manson get money? Why doesn't Manson get money? Wait. What? Why doesn't Manson get the money? Well, why doesn't Tex get money? Why doesn't Bobby get money? Why doesn't Bruce get money? Why doesn't fucking Leslie get money? Why doesn't Patricia get money? They were all at the ranch too. They were actually really there. They actually participated, people. They're the ones doing the crime. But nobody says they should get a dime for anything. You put a picture of Leslie, you put a picture of any one of the members I just named right now on a shirt, it will sell. So if I put a picture of Bobby and all the girls, oh, you girls, oh, we love Bobby, yeah, Bobby Bousselet, we love Bobby Bousselet. You could probably sell 1,000 shirts of Bobby Bousselet. Is Bobby going to get a dime? Hell no. Unless he does it through his own website, which he does, he doesn't, I don't know about the shirts, but he tries to sell his music and all that stuff through his own website. But other than that, though, anyone could put a fucking picture of Bobby Bousselet on a fucking shirt, sell 1,000 of them, $10 a pop. There you go. Bobby doesn't need to get a dime. First of all, when you're an inmate and you're involved in a crime, you don't have any kind of fucking rights, and you're not going to get any money. And I actually think because of Helter Skelter, that's actually a really good question. I believe 1973, even though they may have not had that rights, maybe people at that time got money, but I don't know. I just know there's a law now where no inmate who's locked up can receive any kind of royalties from anything that they've done as far as their murder. So believe me, Manson doesn't get a dime for anything whether the books, the this or that, or the movies. So do you think so right now, do you think Scott Peterson, who's sitting up there at San Quentin, and they just had the anniversary and all that stuff, you think he's getting money? No. Do you think if they make a picture of him, and believe me, girls write him, and believe me, plenty of women write him. Plenty of women write him and all of them. So he won't get a dime if people start making T-shirts, which I've actually seen. The Menendez brothers. What do you think? If you put a picture of the Menendez brothers on a shirt and sell a bunch of them, you think they're going to get money? What do they owe? Do you owe them money? No, they're not going to get shit. But people still do that. People still commercialize. Hey, Scott Peterson. Hey, it's Menendez brothers. Yada yada. You know the oldest living member right now on in San Quentin right now, I think is Charles Ng. Remember Charles Ng and Leonard Lake up there in Calaveras County, 1985. They all got busted. They raped and tortured 11 to 25 women. They had a little cabin up there, a little torture thing. They videotaped stuff. Remember those guys? I know Leonard Lake, I think, died in prison, had a heart attack or some shit. Charles Ng, he's still up there. You taxpayers of California are still paying for him. And you're paying for Scott Peterson. But it doesn't matter. If anyone puts a picture of their shirt of Charles Ng, of fucking Scott Peterson, of the Menendez brothers, they don't deserve any money. And there probably are shirts of that. So Manson isn't the only one. People love true crime. The media, the internet, all this stuff now that we have. Your phone now is not a phone. Your phone is basically just a laptop that you carry with you. And your laptop actually just happens to make phone calls. And that's really what a phone is. It's a small little laptop that is able to make phone calls. So you have the world at your palm. And everyone around the world now doesn't. You don't need to go back. Remember back in the 80s, you had to go down to your local library and look things up. You had to open the box up, go through the cards, try to find some information about some stuff. And oh, here we go, look this up. And it's a lot of reading. Now in the Manson case, it's the same thing, people. It's the same exact scenario. It's a lot of reading. If you want to learn about this case, it's a lot of reading. But it's a little bit easier to do because of you could sit at home in your boxers, in your underwear, whatever, eat food, smoke a doobie in front of your computer and just tap, 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 and read all day long. You know, you're not working this and that, you're unemployed, whatever it is, you're a fucking idiot, you're home. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. I don't know why you're home and you're under fucking underwear. I don't know. But it doesn't matter. You can sit there at your laptop, tap, 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 and learn about stuff. Go on to YouTube, watch videos, do all kinds of stuff now that we couldn't do 25 years ago. I mean, I remember all this stuff, and it was fine. And we didn't think of any differently in the 80s than we did now. I mean, honestly, we just did what we did. We didn't have a fucking phone back then, but you still could get information. It's just you had to get in the car, drive downtown, haul adjusted. Oh, God, it was a lot of fucking work. It's so much easier now. The media has blown this to ridiculous proportion. And I know what you're seeing in front of me. Go, oh, look at you, Stoner. You got all this stuff. Yeah, do I? Yes, I've already admitted. I do commercialize the Manson family. I give tours at Spawn Ranch because at least I don't preach the helter-skelter theory. I preach everyone having an open mind to bringing me what you believe. Tell me what you think. We can talk about this. This is an open forum situation during my tours where we can talk. And let me tell you this, people. Let me just tell you this. You're like, oh, you give tours. See, you're promoting it. Wait! The state of California gives their own Spawn Ranch tours with Ranger John officially. Go to the Santa Susana Pass website and you'll see they do their own Spawn Ranch tours. So regardless if you got me, some idiot running out there with a Manson shirt on, hey, we're this, a Manson Rock, this is it. Regardless of that, you still have the state of California with Ranger John out there giving you the most bogus information because I've taken the tour and you can look at it in my, I have 300 videos. Just go down there and scroll through them. You'll see a video where I take the state's Spawn Ranch tour, which is completely bogus. It's a great nature tour, and it's a great nature hike. Nothing wrong with the hike. If you want to get out, get exercise, I promote that. Hey, go out and get some exercise. Get some fucking sun on your face. Good for you. But as far as Spawn Ranch and all that stuff, it's horrible, and the information's wrong. But they know by advertising the word Spawn Ranch on their website, you get more people. You see how that works? You see how that works? You see how promotion works? This is why one of the people that I love, one of my heroes is Bill Graham. I love Bill Graham. Bill Graham to me, a lot of people see he's an asshole, this and that. No, but he knew how to fill in the seats. He knew how to get people to come. He knew how to make an event bigger than it probably was, and then get people to, come and enjoy the show. And maybe the show wasn't as good as you thought, but you still had a good time. And that's kind of like what I like. That's what I like about that. It's like, hey, and that's what I do on my tours. I give you a little excitement, a little something, something. And actually, my tours are, and I encourage people to write reviews about my tour. If anyone's ever had a bad review or a bad time on any one of my tours, I've given lots of tours in the last 6 years. If anyone's ever had a bad time, I've always encouraged them to write a review, this and that, anything you want. Just let people know. I've never seen that. Never once. I will admit during Family Jams Day, which we did with the band Indiana most recently, we had to cancel the tour part of that day because it was the weather. It was hot. It was 109 that day with the humidity level up about 99%. It was too hot to take people on a 2-mile hike straight up a hill and then back down again. I didn't, people. I know for a fact people weren't properly hydrated, so we had to cancel that. And we actually had 4 or 5 people actually leave the event. Even though we just turned it into concerts in the park because they really wanted the tour. And I'm like, look, I can't risk people's health. Believe me. I know I smoke pot here and I think, you might think I'm an idiot or whatever it is, but I actually do think of the safety of people. I know I've been to Spawn Ranch plenty of times. Well more than you. I've been there plenty of times and I just know what it takes. When I can tell certain individuals, you won't make it up a certain hill. We won't last. It's extremely high. Try walking up a hill 2 miles or a mile up the hill and then a mile back, and when it's 109 and the humidity is about 99%. It was fucking hard. It was hard enough just doing the concerts in the park, but we were able to kick back, sit down. It's easier when you're just able to sit down, relax in a lawn chair, have a drink, and enjoy a band playing at the Life Magazine Cave, which was what Family Jams Day was. Check that out. People are like, oh, yeah, a big concert down there, so that promotes what? I don't know. What does it promote? You got to remember, Spawn Ranch is a state park open to the public where you can do what you want there. It's a recreational park now where you can walk your dog, ride your bike, jog. It will never be Spawn Ranch. It's not haunted. All that stupid stuff. There's no bad mojo there. Just stop all that stuff. That's the media controlling you, making you think that place is bad. The church next door, Rocky Peak, I want you to think the place is like haunted. It's not. It's beautiful. It's lovely. Check it out. And that's all I really do. But as far as Charles Manson, I have not promoted Charles Manson to make him as big as he is today. That's fucking absolutely impossible. And if you think that I've blown him up, then you're giving me a lot of fucking credit. And wow, you're a fucking idiot. Because I am not, dude. He has been blown up since day one. During the trial, if you go back and watch the film with Robert Hendrickson, Manson, it says it right there. The smoke shops and all those little head shops they had back in the 60s, they couldn't hold any picture posters that they were making at the time. They were selling out immediately. So this already goes back to the 60s during the trial. They'd make little pictures and posters and stuff like that would sell out in all these little head shops there, and the Hate, this and that, downtown LA, Sunset Strip, wherever it was. All this stuff, man. People thought it was fucking cool, and they were getting people to come down there. See, they were already commercializing it. And then it went through the 70s, and then once the, Geraldo Rivera on the 20th anniversary, 1989, shows up, and you got the 20th anniversary. Remember that all? Remember that? Are you old enough to remember the 80s when all that shit went down? The 20th anniversary, August 8th, 1989, and there was a lot going on. And then you had Guns N' Roses on tour, and he's already wearing a Manson shirt. Come on, you had Axl Rose wearing a fucking Manson shirt already. In the 80s, see, it was already, they already had the shirts, the fucking patches, this, that, the clothes, all this stuff. Right, what you see here, I collect a lot of stuff. Yes, do I commercialize it? Yes. Yes. Have I ever fucking promoted anything negative? Have I ever, show me a video where I promoted murder, where I'm like, oh, I'm totally in for murder, I'm trying to start a cult, or any of that stuff, and you know why you won't be able to fucking show me that? Because I never made a fucking video. I have never promoted murder, death. What happened to these 8 people and the baby is absolutely fucking horrifying. What we're fucking trying to do here, people, is we're trying to find out why. And if you just think, well, oh, look, Stoner, look, you know what, why? You're trying to find out why? Well, it's as simple as Bugliosi's book, and that's it. Are you out of your fucking mind? Are you out of your fucking mind? You think that's it? It's that clear and cut? Just read fucking Bugliosi's book, Helter Skelter, and that's it? Oh, there's only one side to this story. Only one person dancing here. No, it takes 2 to dance. It takes 2 to tango. And there's 2 sides to every fucking story. The problem is that you've been brainwashed for 48 years into believing only one side, and that's Bugliosi's side. This stupid thing about the Beatles. Why are you dragging the Beatles into this? Stop it! A British band has nothing fucking to do with this. That song has nothing to do with this. Stop it! Yeah, it's a good song. It's about a slide, at a carnival in England. They call them Helter Skelters, if you know that. Look that up. Fucking Google it. The one thing I've always noticed in my videos, I've always said, question everything. Question everything. Question me. Question everything around you. I've never once promoted murder. I've never once promoted the Manson family as being this cool, awesome thing. All I've said is, hey, we need to try to find, we need to try to find the truth, which is impossible because that's like a junkie trying to catch his tail. You know that theory, chase the dragon? You know, a junkie, you're always trying to get higher than the next time, higher than the next time, trying to get your fucking dick harder than the next time, harder than the next time, you fucking harder than the next time. It never fucking happens, people. You're chasing the dragon, and that's what we're kind of doing here. Even though none of us are on drugs, none of us are fucking fucked up. As far I'm talking about drugs, and you're smoking pot, Stoner. Duh. Shut up with that pot stuff. We're in California, all right? Stop it. It's okay. I'm talking about real fucking drugs, people. Just please, for once, just grow up. So anyway, with that. You got people just trying to catch something we're not going to catch. We're not going to catch the truth here. But this forum allows you to talk about what you think may or may not have happened that night. Look, 8 people and a baby were murdered. Yes, that's the only truth we fucking know. Now we have to figure out why. And everyone out there's, oh, it's because Charlie was a failed musician and Melcher thought he was stupid. Fuck that. Hey, yeah, so go up to the top of that hill and try to kill Melcher. Oh, no, Melcher's not there. Oh, just kill whoever's there. Oh, come on, give me a break. And then the Beatles wrote Helter Skelter, yada, yada, yada. And black people are going to rise up and kill Whitey. Give me a fucking break. That's happening now more than ever. I mean, think about it, man. Think about that back in, what was it, 67, you had Lyndon Johnson as president. Is that what it was? And you had Black Panthers. And now 50 years later, you have Trump and Black Lives Matter. So with that said, the commercialism of Charles Manson started in '69 with hats like this. This hat right here that you see right here was owned by Sandra Good. She sent it to me. There's a hat here from the 70s, the early 70s. It was one of the first hats ever made where it says, Charlie, don't surf on the back. This is owned by her, and she's had it for a very long time, and it probably should be in a museum. And she said that just because of the gratitude, of recognition of what I do. Look, I'm just trying to, when I give tours at Spawn Ranch, it's look, if you've never taken my tour, then don't tell me that what I'm doing is wrong. Fuck you. Take my tour and then experience it, and then after that you can tell me I'm an idiot and fuck you, you can curse me out, and I encourage you to do. But after the tour, trust me, I'm going to teach you some things, because there's some stuff on that tour I only tell people that take the tour. You got to take the tour to know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know, and believe me, some days it gets really hard for me not to want to come out here and just do a whole video and explain to you my tour, no matter how much I drink on the show. No, I hold that shit back. That is a special privilege that people who take my tour get to hear, and photos they get to see. So with that said, I open it up to people. I encourage people to talk about whatever theory there is. Remember, I've told you, to me, there's 3 different theories. There's Vincent Bugliosi's Helter Skelter. There is George Stimson's Goodbye Helter Skelter. And then there's Nicholas Schreck's, his book, The Man, the Myth, the Shaman. That book, it's like fucking 10,000 pages long. So there's 3 different avenues with 3 different theories. You have one believing Vincent Bugliosi, believing, you know, the Beatles, and they wrote a song and all that kind of stuff, and black people are going to rise up. Then you have George Stimson's book, it's a revenge for Bobby Boussalet and what he did to Henman. And then you have Nicholas Schreck saying, look, it's just Tex Watson in a bad drug deal, and you know, and that's really all it is. It has nothing to do with Manson and Melcher and all that stupid stuff. So there's these different avenues. Now, I don't claim to know any of them. I don't know the truth, and you watching this, you don't fucking know the truth. All you know is that you're just upset because I have a patch, I have a shirt, this and that, I wear this. Oh, you're commercializing it. I'm not commercializing it. It was already commercialized before I came along. I'm not doing anything that hasn't already been done. I'm jumping on the coattails of Michael Channels. He did it before me. I don't know who did it before him. He might be the first. And if you think that I'm the only fucking YouTuber out there that does Manson videos, you're out of your fucking mind. Now, I'll tell you this. I probably do it better than they do it. I probably have a bigger audience than they do. But they're doing the same thing. People are trying to do the exact same thing I do. Even though I'm trying to do the exact same thing Michael Channels has done. Now, I don't know who did it before him. But I'm not doing anything original here. Let me say that again. I'm not doing anything original. I'm jumping on the coattails of Michael Channels. I happen to like the subject. I'm very good at this subject. I have my own little collection here. But there's plenty of people that have that. You know, there's plenty of serial killer groups on Facebook and all these murder groups, Murderland, this and that, serial killer. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And some of the stuff they have that people collect, letters from fucking serial killers, artwork, this and that, yada, yada, yada. I mean, it goes beyond this. I honestly believe we'll probably never find the truth, but there's going to be some good documentaries. A documentary was just made recently called Manson, The Voice of Madness. Brian Davis and George Stimson and Michael Channels were all in it. It won an award. I heard it was fucking fabulous. Those three guys. Congratulations to you three. You did a great job so far. I haven't seen it yet, but so far on the reviews that we've just a little bit that we've heard, you guys did a great job. Congratulations on that. I can't wait to see it. So there is a lot of stuff coming up. You have to remember the 50th anniversary of the Manson family murders. And really, see, what I just said right there, that was a media term. That's a media term. The Manson family murders. First of all, there's no such thing as the Manson family. You know that, right? And I'll explain that. I'll explain how the media came up with that. There's no such thing as the Manson family. What there was there was a musical group. There was a musical group called Family Jams. And they came to live at Spawn Ranch in the summer of '69. And things were good. They were making $1,000 a week. They were running the ranch. They were cleaning up. They were taking care of old man Spawn, making sure he was clean and ate and everything was done well. The girls never had sex with George Spawn. They treated him like a grandpa. So all that stuff that you heard before is that's just bullshit and lies. They never had sex with George Spawn. He was actually having an affair with Ruby Pearl and doing his own thing on the side. So George was having sex, but not with the Manson girls. He was actually having sex with Ruby Pearl and cheating on his wife that way. And that's a small tidbit I'll give you right there. Because I know a lot of you think like, oh, George had it good. He had young girls, this and that, he could bang them. That is not true. They treated him like the grandpa, and he treated them like their like his grandkids. And it was a great thing because the Spawn family has confirmed that they really like the Manson girls. They really like what they did for the grandpa, taking care of him so well. You know, they're not big fans of Charlie and the name that they put on the Spawn farm, on the Spawn ranch, but they really admire the girls for the kindness that they gave to their grandpa. And that's just a fact. So that's just a little tidbit right there about George Spawn and the Manson girls. So my tours and stuff like this, all this commercialism that you see here, it doesn't matter whether you like basketball, you know who Michael Jordan is. It doesn't matter whether you hate McDonald's, you know who fucking Ronald McDonald is. And it doesn't matter that you fucking despise Walt Disney, you know who Mickey Mouse is. And you know who Tiger Woods is, and you never played a fucking round of golf in your life. And guess what? You can go anywhere and just say Charles Manson, and people, you know, I swear to God, the hairs in the back of their neck will stand up. I mean, everybody knows that name. It's kind of weird. You can go around and say, hey, Spawn Ranch, and people are like, I've actually said that to plenty of people around here. You ever heard of Spawn Ranch? And they're like, nah, I don't know, Spawn Ranch? I don't know, that doesn't really sound familiar. I don't know, or maybe they say something like, it kind of sounds familiar, but I'm not really sure. And then you have to say the two famous words that the media made up was Manson Family. See, like I said, they're the ones that came up with Manson Family, whereas it was a musical group called Family Jams that lived with George Spawn. And then the media had to come up, they're like, Family Jams? Well, we're not going to say Family Jams killed us. You know, family, fuck that shit. Manson's a part of a family. Manson Family, there you go. Manson Family. We're just going to call it Manson Family. You know, and that's not true. If you look at the members of the Manson, well, if you look at the members of the band, Family Jams, everybody had musical talent. Gypsy could play violin. You had Manson playing guitar. You had Steve Grogan playing guitar. You had Paul Watkins and Brooks Poston, Bobby Beausoleil, and plus the girls could sing. It was kind of like the Partridge Family in a weird way, and that's what they were. The name of the musical group was called Family Jams, and they lived with George Spawn. Now, I could go on and just keep saying Family Jams, this and that, but I don't think people would understand what I'm saying because the media has done such a great job of using the term Manson Family so much that people wouldn't understand what I'm saying if I started saying Family Jams. Well, you know, Family Jams was accused of killing Sharon Tate. People were like, Family Jams was accused of killing Sharon Tate. That doesn't make any sense. But if you say, oh, the Manson family was accused of killing Sharon Tate, see how that works? That has a better flow, and you understand what I'm saying. Even though technically there's no Manson family. It was a guy who was a pimp, and he had a bunch of fucking girls who were a bunch of hookers. It's the same thing. Go down to I don't know what town you live in or city, but go down to your local slum and go find a local pimp who's got a bunch of girls. Say he's got like 10 girls, and kind of look at him as being Manson. It's basically the same thing. He has a business to run. He's sitting there trying to make money. He's got girls. They're probably young, older. You know, he knows what to do. And if shit goes down, he could probably do a little something to take care of them. Yada, yada, yada. And that's what Manson was. He was a pimp. He was a car thief. He was able to, like, creepy crawler. He was able to break into people's homes. He was a petty thief. And he was, you know, a guitar player. He could sing a little bit. He could write some songs. The songs were okay. You know, they weren't horrible, but they were okay. Okay, so big deal. You could play guitar. You could sing a couple songs. Okay, good for you. Okay, so there you go. But as far as everything that we know him today, he's been blown up so big. He has been blown up now to be literally the face of evil, people. Look, that is the face of evil. That is. This photo is the most recognizable photo in the history of crime. This photo. You don't have to know anything about the case. You don't have to know anything about Spawn Ranch or anything, or Death Valley or Barker Ranch. You don't have to know that. You see this picture, you know who this fucking person is, man, instantly. Because the media has put this in your face for 48 years, saying, here's the devil, here's the devil, here's the devil. Here he is! For 48 years, people. So not me. Not me, not this patch, not this fucking patch, not this fucking action figure of Manson, not this t-shirt that I'm wearing. We're not commercializing Manson. We never did. It was well commercialized before we came around. What we did is we took the tools you motherfuckers gave us, called the internet, called apps, called the fucking smartphone, and we started fucking using it to our advantage, and people started inventing things like, let me think what they invented. A thing called YouTube, a thing called Facebook. I didn't invent this shit. And if you think I did, you're a fucking idiot. I didn't invent any of this shit, people. This is crap that smart people think we need to have. You need to have this stuff. No, we don't. We need a cure for cancer. We need to stop homelessness. We need to figure out how to get America back on fucking track. We need to figure out how to help convicts get jobs, get off the street, get people off the EBT and all that stuff. Get people to fucking work. That's what we need. We need fucking jobs. We don't need the smartphone and Snapchat and this and that and Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and and social media, because that just blows stupid situations, stupid subjects that maybe that you think are stupid, maybe the Manson family, and they blow them up so fucking big, it's ridiculous. Manson is blown up. Even I'm blown away sometimes at the fucking, some of the people that get a hold of me. You know, I know you think I'm a fucking idiot and I'm obsessed and all this stuff. That's not true, believe me. I get emails all the time for people who I think are fucking nuts. I mean, my God, look, this is a hobby. This is stuff I collect. You know, one day, this is all just going to be thrown into boxes and thrown into the garage, and then maybe when I die, nobody will give a shit, and it'll just be thrown into your local dump. So who gives a fuck if I have all this crap now? It doesn't mean anything. It's not valuable. There's nothing to it. It's just a collection. To me, it's valuable, and that's it. That's all that matters. It's good for me. And don't tell me you don't have a collection or something you care about or something you do. It may not be as morbid as this, but hey, it doesn't matter. It's a fucking hobby. This is a hobby. This is a hobby. And yes, do I commercialize it? Sure. Do I advocate murder and death? No. I never have once said that murder is good, murder is right, you should go out and kill someone. That is fucking, that's stupid, people. Stop it. Stop it! And show me the video where I say that. Yes, I promote Spawn Ranch. Yes, I promote the Manson family, the Manson girls. They're environmentalists. I say a lot of positive stuff about them that you don't know. Sure, I say that, sure. Do I commercialize the fucking Manson family? Sure, yes, sure. I don't make a fucking dime. I don't profit from fucking a goddamn fucking thing. I'm doing this out of my own fucking time. I got the GoPro that's filming this right now for fucking Christmas. So how about that? Doesn't matter. This is a fucking hobby, and like I said, it's like TV. You have the right to change the fucking channel. Don't question me. What I like to do is question you. Why are you watching? Are you just watching because you hate? You're like, oh, I want to see what this idiot has to say again. He just smokes pot, drinks Bud Light. Why would we listen to somebody who gets high all the time? I don't understand. Why are you watching then? Unsubscribe and get the fuck off my channel. And let people who want to come in and learn something, or at least discuss something they may know about the case, and we can talk about it. This is the platform I provide. And I hope the platform that other people provide are the same thing. Bo Emerson at CieloDrive.com. And Michael Channels there at MansonsBackPorch.com. I hope these are platforms. And then also Matt, Deb, and Ann over there at MansonBlog.com. I hope those are platforms where you can go there and talk about what might be on your mind about this case. I know you've heard about this. Don't lie to me. You know about this case because it's been shoved down your fucking throat for 48 years. And the 50th anniversary is coming soon, people. And you're going to get so much of this fucking, hey, dude, it's going to drive you fucking crazy. But by the time you wake up in the fucking morning, by the time you go to bed at night, dude, there'll be something on the news, something as your channel surfing. You'll see a trailer for this, a book, of that, yada, yada. Trust me. Fucking trust me. And when you're on Facebook and you're on social media, it'll pop up right there. It will pop up right there. And that's not because of me. What? Because I have an action figure and I have a patch and all this stuff and I have a t-shirt. What, you think you're getting all those messages because of me? No. It's fucking Hollywood. It's the fucking media, people. This is exactly what they've been doing for a long, long time. This is why they say, hey man, don't trust TV and all that shit. That shit will brainwash you, and don't sit too close. Remember your parents said, hey, don't sit too close to TV. It's bad for your eyes. It's funny, it's bad for your eyes back then in the 70s, but it's okay to have your fucking phone like this and just stare at your phone like this all day long and to have it that close to your fucking eyes. That's okay. But remember in the 70s, don't sit too close to the TV. It's bad for your eyes. But you can have your fucking phone right there, and that's good for your eyes. Yeah, this is perfect for my eyes. This is really good for my eyes. Yeah, yeah. That's commercialism, people. See, they want you to use the apps. They want you to use these things. They want you to blow up things. You know, there's a lot of stuff on YouTube that people blow up, and it's not all about true crime stuff, Manson Family murder, this and that, all whatever. You know, this is everything you see here is in the topic of true crime. And there's a lot of different subjects on YouTube. Now, I don't know, maybe when they invented YouTube, maybe they thought like, hey, people would just use it just to show their stupid home videos. That's not true. Now you got people like me or whoever, and lots of people who think, hey, we can make a show and do all this kind of stuff. But you know what? It's not me who's doing the show. It's you who's watching it and subscribing. Why are you subscribing? Why are you watching? Hey, I don't know. You know what? Or maybe because it's fun. I don't know. I like to try to make it fun. I know it's a morbid topic and it's horrible, but we're trying to find out something that we're never going to be able to find out. And that's truth. There's just no way. There's no way. And well, why are you doing all this then, Stoner? If you can't find the truth, then what the fuck? Why? Hey, that doesn't mean we're going to give up. Because we have social media, because we have the camera, because I can do this, because we can. That's it. Really, that's the only answer I can give you. Because we can. And because why not? I got time on my hands. I got nothing else to do. So you just want me to, so you just think if I shut all this down, if I stop my YouTube channel, if I stop my Facebook page, Stoner Van Houten page, stop giving tours at Spawn Ranch, you think if I just give it up myself, that it's over and it's done with and we can just lay it to rest and no one's going to pick it up? Are you out of your fucking mind? Someone else will pick it up so fucking quickly. There's people already doing it now. There are people that are already copycatting what I do already. I've already seen it because I'm on here. I've already seen it. So if you think if I shut all this down and my Facebook thing, you're out of your fucking mind. And unfortunately, you would hate it. Because I know you. You like watching this shit. What is that son of a bitch going to say this time? What is that stone drunk son of a bitch going to say this time? Is he going to yell? Is he going to scream? What the fuck is he going to... What are you talking about now? He's talking about Mickey Mouse, Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan, and Charles Manson. What the fuck? What do those four have in common? What those four have in common is they're the most popularized figures in fucking American history, I think. Mickey Mouse, Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, Charles Manson. Hey, you know what? We'll even throw in Ronald McDonald. Don't tell me you don't know who those five motherfuckers are. Doesn't matter if you hate them. Doesn't matter if you've never watched a basketball game in your fucking life. You know who Michael Jordan is. Doesn't matter if you hate golf. You know who fucking Tiger Woods is. You know who fucking Mickey Mouse is, and you've never been to fucking Disneyland. You don't even have kids. And you know who fucking Charles Manson is. Now, I'll give you this. If I say Spawn Ranch, you don't know that, I'll give you that. You say Charles Manson, trust me. Isn't that the devil? Wait, Charles Manson. Yeah. Diablo. What? It doesn't matter what country you're in, whatever it is, whatever language you want to say it in. It doesn't matter. They know who that is. The media has made him out to be the devil. So, yes, is he commercialized? Is he huge? Yes. Did I do it? No. Do I commercialize it? Yes. Because of the forums that are given to us. With our phones and our social media. We think it's so important to have a phone. Oh God, if your phone just died today and fell in the fucking toilet or fell in the pool or jacuzzi or wherever the fuck you are, believe me, you'd be dying. Whereas back, I remember living without the phone. I'm old enough to know that. I'm sure a lot of you out there are old enough to know what it's like to live without the phone. You can actually live, people. Trust me, you can live without your fucking phone. It just makes it difficult now because we rely on it so much because of all the different apps that are on it. I need to know what's going on with my YouTube and my Facebook. So yes, I do like to have that on my phone. I like to go live on my phone. It's got a good camera on it. I could be wherever I want. I could do whatever I want. I could show you my life whenever I want to. Whereas in the 80s, we never once thought about that. In the 80s, you never once thought like, I need to wake up right now and show my entire life to social media right fucking now. We never did that. We just woke up and said, hey, what do you want to do? You want to go hiking? You want to go to the beach? You want to roll a couple of doobies? You want to head down there, meet some girls? You want to go down to PCH? What do you want to do? You want to go to Venice Beach? What do you want to do, baby? You want to just get up and do something? You want to go to a concert? You want to do this? And remember, back then at concerts, all you got was the lighter, so you just held up the lighter. Nowadays, you just hold the fucking phone up and watch the fucking concert. It's ridiculous. See, we didn't think that shit back then. And you lived life, and it was fine, and it was beautiful. And it was funny, because in the 80s, we actually thought we were kind of like in the future, compared to the 60s. Well, they didn't have those things in the 60s. You know, in the 80s, they were already starting to have, like, the first kind of, like, you know, cordless phones were coming out, and they were getting rid of, you know, the dial phones and all that kind of shit by then. And, and we lived fine. But see, now, technology is too much. The phone is really too much. You know, now we're so reliant on the phone that if it goes down, a fucking crisis in your life now has happened. Oh my God, my phone fucking broke. I can't live. And that's what people get. I swear to God, that's the way people get. The phone fucking goes down for 1 fucking second. The internet goes out, and all of a sudden your life's fucking over. You can't talk to your girlfriend. You can't talk to your boss. You can't talk to your 1,000 friends on Facebook. You can't be Mr. Popular doing whatever, because now your internet went down. You didn't pay your bill. There's a lightning storm. I don't know what the fuck it is. Who gives a fucking rat's ass? Just calm the fuck down. But that's the way society is, people. That's the way it is now. We have become so reliant on the phone, on the media, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Snapchat, on all those things. We need those things. We have to have apps. We have to have apps. We have to have more. We have to do more. We have to do more. We have to buy more. That's commercialism. It's been going on for a long time. So I'm telling you right now. Like I just fucking said probably 3 or 4 or 5 fucking times already in this video. Do I commercialize the Manson family and Spawn Ranch? Yes. Do I wear shirts and patches and hats? Yes. Was I the one that invented commercialism of the Manson family? Hell fucking no. Are you out of your fucking mind? Don't give me that much credit. Come on, man. I fucking drink Bud Light for Christ's sake. Don't give me that, because that's not true. Go back to the 60s. Go back to the 70s. Go back to the 80s. Go back to the 90s. Go back to the fucking 2000, the millennials, all that crap now. Go back to 2010. You know, but this has been going on well before I was released from fucking prison in November of 2011. It will go on long after I'm fucking dead and gone. It may not be as a big deal after the 50th, I think. You know, it just depends if Manson, let me just put it this way. If Charles Manson's alive on August, if Charles Manson is alive on August 8th, 2019, I will be amazed. I literally will be amazed, and I will do a video. I'm telling you right now, I will do a video right now on August 9th, 2019, the day after the 50th anniversary of the Manson family murders. And as long as Manson's still alive, I will do a video just like saying, holy crap, I can't believe this. Because I don't think he'll actually be here. His birthday's coming up Saturday, November 11th, 2017, which I'll be giving a hike. And this could be the last hike I give at Spawn Ranch with a living Manson. Everyone's like, oh my God, why would you advertise that? Hey, who knows? Believe me, you just advertise that just a little bit, and you get like double the crowd. So commercialism, that tourism, it's totally free. It's a free tour, people. I'm doing this for free because we want to talk. I want to meet people. I've met some of the most interesting people. I've never had a problem on my tour with anybody. I've had the Rangers come on my tour. Everything's great. Everything's completely legal. It's okay. It's open to the public. We are on state property, so nothing to worry about. Where you park your car is legal. Everything's fucking legal. So don't worry about the legality of what I'm doing. Everything is legal. I've had the Ranger, the superintendent, Anthony Hoffman, the Ranger there at Santa Susana Pass. You can get a hold of him at thoffman at ca.parks.gov. Ask him about me. He knows about me. He's been on my tour for 5 fucking hours. Everything I do is completely legal. He actually thought I was really good at what I said. He just thinks I use the F word too much. That was the only thing he said. He's like, I had a great time on your tour. I learned a lot. Everything was great. He's like, but I just want to let you know, Mr. Fox, you actually swear a lot. And I really don't think that would be appropriate for people on tours with children. I said, well, hold on a second. We have adults on our tour. There's no children. And every word that I fucking used was the appropriate fucking word to explain what the fuck I was talking about. So, and all the adults that were on my tour had no problem with it. And I've had teachers, dentists, lawyers, doctors. Not everyone on my tour is not just some kind of fucking weirdo who just wears a Manson shirt. It's like, yeah, Manson, yeah! And they're there to worship people and kill a cat or something like that. Get that out of your fucking mind. I get regular people on my tour. Look, I actually get very regular people on my tour. The one thing they do tell me, though, and I'll give you a little backstage footage or backstage hint about what really happens on some of these tours. They don't want to be in photos either with me or at the ranch or on my Facebook channel or YouTube because of their job. They don't want their boss to find out or something like that because of I'm a principal of a high school. I'm a dentist. I'm a lawyer, and I totally get that. And it happens actually quite a bit. So you get 20 people, and out of those 20 people, maybe 5 of those people, 6 of those people, maybe even 10 don't want to just have their picture taken because of what they do and think, or their family might think something, or their friends. Mainly it's because of their jobs. But they're just intrigued. But they're not necessarily so much into Manson. They're more into true crime, and they happen to be in Los Angeles and they've heard of Spawn Ranch, and they happen to be in Chatsworth, and they want to see the area. So I give them a tour. It's better to take my tour and to be more open about it than to take the state's tour of Spawn Ranch, which you can do because their tours are free too, so no one's making any money. So the state's not making any money. I'm not making any money. No one's making any money. But the information being provided, that's the problem. They're giving out false information that's just false, and they're lying. And then I can open, kind of open the box a little bit here to show you this is what people have been told. This is kind of like what I kind of think. What do you think? And we kind of talk about it, and it's more of an open forum. And that's what I do on my tours. And that's what I do here. Yes, I collect a lot of this stuff. Yes, I like this stuff. But one day, like we all know, all of our stuff will be in fucking cardboard boxes right in the fucking garage or in the attic. And people are like, what are we going to do with all this stuff? I don't know, man. We got a bunch of fucking crap here. Is it worth anything? If it's worth nothing, then throw it in the fucking fire. And if you guys don't get rid of it or sell it or give a fuck about it or give it away, then you probably will just throw it in the fucking fire. And I don't really give a fuck. Believe me, there's probably a lot of you watching right now go, hey, I really love that patch, man. I love that shirt. I know you want some of this stuff. And there's nothing to be ashamed about if you watch this stuff and you kind of live, hey, I wouldn't mind that patch, that action figure. I get it. You want it for your collection. There's nothing wrong with wanting something for your collection. Everybody collects different stuff. I know a lot of people who are into horror films and they collect a lot of horror posters and they're into, like, they love that movie It. Let me just tell you about that movie It. That was the worst fucking movie. I went and saw that. That's the movie Stand By Me with a fucking clown. It was so fucking lame. That movie was fucking lame. But they're, Stand By Me with a clown or Goonies with a clown. Either movie. It was stupid. That movie was stupid. But people like to collect that horror shit. And maybe that clown's going to be the most popular fucking Halloween costume, or maybe little kids with a raincoat and a red balloon are going to be the most popular fucking Halloween costumes this year because everyone's going to know because that fucking stupid movie with the clown, Stand By Me with the clown. But that's what people are going to do. And that's fine. You can collect all the scary clowns you want. I collect a lot of Manson stuff. I collect, I collect a lot of stuff like this. This is the most famous picture of Charles Manson ever. Right here. This is the most famous picture of Charles Manson ever, the most commercialized picture of Charles Manson ever. You'll see this on more patches, shirts, whatever. The media took this and made you believe that this is the devil. This person cannot be trusted. Don't trust your kids around him. Don't do anything around him. If this person is released from prison, everyone in Los Angeles will die. That's what the media has done and made you to believe that this person is the devil. Wow, when there's a lot of fucking hate, there's a lot of shit going on already. They want you to believe this one individual is the devil. Because the media, not with everything, but on certain things, have done a very good job of making people believe certain things. Some things I know you watch on the news. Some things I know you watch on the news, and you think, no, I don't believe that shit. I don't believe that shit. And it's funny how, like, there's a lot of things you watch and you're like, I don't believe that shit. But then everything with Manson, you believe. And you won't give it a second try. You won't give it a second guess. You won't even look at other theories. You don't want to hear it. It's like old people who are just stuck in their ways. I don't want to hear that stuff. We didn't do that back then in our days, and we don't want to hear it now. It's like, listen, Grandpa, why don't you fucking listen to another fucking theory, and maybe we can work some shit out. But you just think it's 1955, and you want to have it your own way, and that's the way we did it back then, Sonny, and all this crap. Hey, come on. Be open fucking minded. You're open minded about everything else, but when it comes to Manson, Spawn Ranch, no. It's bulliosi, and that's all you want to hear, and that's all you want to hear. I know. I mean, really, are you that fucking scared of the case? Really, you're scared of these people? You really think this is? I mean, there's a lot of other murderers that have gone on besides Manson and the Manson family. Between 69 and now, 48 years. You know, there's been a lot of serial killers, murders, Son of Sam, this and that, Hillstrike Strangler, O.J. Simpson, Menendez brothers, Scott Peterson. I mean, come on. Oh, Gacy, Bundy, Dahmer. But yet Manson. Yet this dude is like, this guy here right here, the media has told you he's the devil. And let me tell you right now, people, when he passes away, I'm going to be doing a video about challenging America. I'm going to give you a little trailer right now. When Charles Manson passes away, I will be challenging America. I will call the challenge the Front Door Challenge. Yes. It's called the Front Door Challenge. I'm going to wait till until Mr. Manson passes away to explain more, but you'll see me do a video challenging America about their front door. It will be called the Front Door Challenge, and I'll explain more. You're probably going, what does that mean? Well, after Mr. Manson passes away, I'll explain what the Front Door Challenge means, and I'll make a video about that, because I'm going to challenge America once Manson passes away, and you'll see what I'm talking about later. So hey, this is Stoner Van Houten here. I'm going to end this video. Look, I don't know what to say. I don't give a fuck what you think. I'm going to wear the shirts. I'm going to wear the patch. I'm going to get stuff. You know, that's just the way it is. Like I said, a lot of the stuff that you see here, most of the stuff that you see here was made by people. Actually, almost, I think all of this stuff was made by somebody and sent to me. You can't, it wasn't by a factory or somebody. You can't go on Amazon and order this fucking stuff. These are just people that just like to make stuff, who happen to own a print shop, happen to know how to make action figures, just happen to work in a glove shop or stuff like that, know how to make patches. You know, they own, I know, look, the internet allows you to become friends with people from all over the world, and when you actually contact them, get their number, talk to them on Skype, and do all that kind of stuff, video conference with them, and get to know who they are, they will actually work with you and send you stuff. Like I said, I've never bought anything that you see in front of me. Everything that you just sent to me by fans of my YouTube channel. Hey, this is Stoner Van Houten here. You're watching the Spawn Ranch Worker channel. Hey, don't forget to tell your friends about my channel, and let's try to get to 5,000 subscribers. Just click on that fucking subscribe button. And get your friends to follow me. I have more coming up. So, Mickey Mouse, Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, Ronald McDonald, and Charles Manson. What do they all have in common? Well, those are the 5 biggest figures in the fucking world. And don't fucking tell me you don't know who they are. And don't fucking tell me you've never heard of them, because it doesn't matter whether you like any of them. You know who they fucking are, because they've been commercialized, you motherfuckers. Ha ha ha. Hey, this is Stoner Van Houten here. Take care. And that's all you're going to get from me, baby. Start that over. I don't know why the speaker wasn't on, but oh fucking well.
Well, I'm not a small ranch worker, and it fits me to a T. I'm not a small ranch worker, and it fits me to a T. If you want some family conversation, come on and smoke a bowl with me. Take a tour with me now down the Santa Susana Pass. I got lots of family knowledge, and I'm stoned off my ass. I'm not a small ranch worker, and it fits me to a T. If you want some family